Hi everyone, welcome back. In this lecture, let us see how to create a table, show list of tables in a database and drop the table in a MySQL. So I want to use a command line interface as a client to connect to the MySQL server, right? So here go to the search bar and just type cmd and open the command prompt over here. And next here, let us type the command to connect to the MySQL server. MySQL followed by U for username, just enter the root username, and then -p for password. Hit enter and just enter the password over here. After entering the password, hit enter again, and now you can see MySQL cell. It means we have successfully connected to the MySQL server on localhost. Next, first of all, what we need to do is we need to create a database, and then within that database we will create the tables. So here, in order to create a new database, just type the command create database followed by the database name, let us say company. Next, hit enter, and in order to verify whether the company database is created or not, just type the command show databases. So this will list out all the available databases in a MySQL server. Just hit enter, and here you can see the list of databases, and company database is listed over here. It means we have successfully created company database. Next, within this company database, we can create a tables. Well, among these databases, we don't know which database we are using, right? So in order to select a particular database or use a particular database, we have to type the command use followed by the database that we want to use, that is company, and hit enter. Now the database is changed. Okay, so right now we are pointing to the company database. So within this company database, we can create a table. So here, in order to create a table, we use create table command. So here just type the command create table followed by the table name, let us say employees, and then open parenthesis. Next, let us add a columns to this table. Let us give column name as ID, followed by we need to specify the data type int, and then we need to specify the constraint, let us say primary key. Well, here int data type, so we are going to store the numeric data for this ID column, that's why we have specified int data type, and followed by the constraint. Well, the primary key is basically constraint that we use to uniquely identify each row in the table. Okay, we cannot add two same IDs or two same values in the ID column. We have to keep each ID uniquely in the table, that's why we are using primary key over here. So primary key basically uniquely identifies each row in the table. Next, in order to add one more column, just put the comma and then give column name post underscore name, and then followed by the data type varchar. So varchar data type we use to store the variable length text or a string. And next, we can specify the size as well by using parentheses and pass the size 50. It means up to 50 characters we can store the value in a post name column, and then followed by the constant, let us say not null. Well, we don't want to store the null values in this column, that's why not null constant. Next, let us add one more column, comma last underscore name followed by the data type varchar and then size 50. Well, we can keep the null values in the last name. For that, we don't specify any constant over here. Next, put the comma and then enter column name email, and then give data type varchar and then specify size. Well, let us say we want to keep the unique email IDs in the employees table. For that, we can specify the constant unique over here. Okay. Next, let us keep these 4 columns in the employees table, and then close the parenthesis and put the semicolon at the end and hit enter, and there we go. The employees table is successfully created. In order to verify whether the employees table is created or not, just type the command show tables. This will list out all the tables in a database. So here we have a database company, right? So just hit enter, and there we go. Right now there is only one table in the company database, that is employees. Next, we can see the structure of the employees table by using describe statement. So here just type describe followed by the table name that we want to describe, that is employees. So this describe command basically describes the structure of the specified table. In our case, employees table. Next, just hit enter, and here you can see the complete structure of this employees table, like fields, type, null values are allowed or not, key, default values, extra. So for ID, we have specified the primary key. For email, we have specified the unique constant. And here for ID, null value is not allowed. For last name, null value is allowed. And for email, null value is allowed. Okay, so this is how we can see the structure of the particular table by using describe command. Well, so far we have seen how to create a database using create database statement, and then how to use a database using use statement, and then how to create a table using create table statement, how to show a list of tables in a database using show tables, how to describe a particular table using describe statement. Now let us see how to drop a particular table. So here let us see how to delete or drop this employees table from company database. So for that, just type the command drop table and then followed by the table that we want to drop, that is employees, and then hit enter. Next, in order to confirm this, just type the command show tables, and notice here the list is empty. It means the employees table is successfully removed or deleted from a company database. So this is how we create a table, we list out the tables, and we drop the table in a database. Alright, great. I will see you in the next lecture.